batons, tasers. Tonight, from high-speed driver training...
moving up to my speed, which is 140.
...to real-life crime scenarios.
You got no right to be cuffing me and arresting me here.
Your heart rate just goes straight up.
Who will crack under the pressure?
You didn't find the drugs?
I didn't find the drugs, no.
As two recruits fail to make the grade. This is the Police Academy's driver training unit, where the recruits become familiar with their new mode of transport.
It's good, oil's good, water's good. You done them all? Checked out. Standard tyres.
The youngest constables, still just teenagers, can't do all the training.
I only was able to do 1/3 of the course, and that's because I'm a P-plater, so I can't do the high-speed pursuit training or anything that involves going over the speed limit.
The others will drive faster than they've ever driven before, under the watchful eye of an instructor.
With cars, I mean, they're a lethal weapon in themselves. So, I mean, that's a serious thing as well, because you have to kind of gauge other people's reactions as well as your own reactions. They might not see you coming when you think they should.
Richard Penn is the oldest member of Gold Squad, 41 at the start. He's just turned 42.
It's not necessarily experience. I mean, I could pick up a lot of bad habits in 20-odd years of driving. And so, yeah, I'm no better or worse than anyone else.
Priority 1 is the most urgent police response.
It's the same as P2, just a little quicker.
Behind the wheel, 19-year-old Ethan Baker.
You're driving a police car, so you got to, really know what you're doing and set a good example.
When you're ready to go, priority 1 is authorised.
Mirrors going to alert. 80 is my 100. Moving up to the speed of 100. Mirror check. Got some traffic ahead. I'll try and get them an early flash.
The high-speed training is now done on public roads, but with strict controls, including an instructor with his own pedals.
It's dangerous. They need to be switched on, and they need to be exactly aware of what's going on around them.
Let's watch from the back seat as Constable Baker approaches a red light at 100 kilometres an hour.
Approaching intersection, looks to be clogged up. I don't see a way through. I do on the left. There's a cycle lane, mirrors shoulder. Moving up to the intersection, going to the left to the bus lane, mirrors shoulder. It's clear. Moving up. Mirrors braking.
Threats to your right.
Threats to the right. There's no trucks first. The trucks are left, right is clear. Threats to your left is clear. 1 and 2 there are holding. Mirror check. 70 is my 90. I find people are a lot more courteous and a lot nicer on the road when you decide to indicate. They'll give you all the room you need or get out of your way to make it easier for you, but it's really good fun though, really good fun.
On the Mitchell Freeway, Ethan reaches 140 k's an hour.
And we're looking for the gap. It's opened up in front of you, so
definitely opened up in front of you.
Clear that, get in front of our forward here, and we should be okay.
Moving up to my speed, which is 140.
Adrenaline pumping stuff for a driver with just 2 years on the roads.
So just some feedback in relation to the drive there. Just be mindful of your cap speed. Okay, a few times there we were just creeping up over it, but generally you're doing quite well. There's no major issues.
Constable Baker lost 20 kilos to get into the police academy. He's doing what he loves, but still working out which area of policing he wants to pursue.
The thing is, I'm so young I can do all of them before I decide to settle down and do one particular thing, so I just want to see what's out there and do as much as I can.
This time, 20-year-old Sam Harris has to run a red light in atrocious weather.
We've got a free lane. He's going to get out of your way, hopefully. So over your left shoulder, we're going right at the lights. Indicating threats to the right. First gear. Yeah, you can't see lane two, so easy right up, easy right up. Yep, keep edging out, because we want to get the attention. Okay, it's clear on both lanes. Lane one's good, so you're okay in this lane.
They have to make a lot of split-second decisions, and they're sometimes going to get it wrong. They make mistakes, and a lot of criticism comes to police when they make mistakes, but my job is to make sure they're protected and respond to those criticisms. Nerves are about to be tested.
You hearing me? Yep.
As the 28-week course heads towards its climax.
And it's a culmination of everything that they've learnt to date in the course.
Come on. Adrenaline just picks up straight away.
Buddy, stop there. Don't call me buddy. I'm not your buddy.
It's that fear of the unknown that they're walking into and that police officers walk into every day.
You go.
I imagine that's what it's going to be like when I finally get out of the academy.
It's as close as we can get to what they're going to face out on the street in the real thing.
The academy has its own mock suburb, and these are mock crimes. Actors hired to give the recruits hell. They've been called to a domestic violence case.
It's all right, it's just police, we've got him under control.
It's misery like this they'll soon be confronted with.
He's hit me in the face.
They've been written down in evidence and used against you in court.
You just act like they're not intimidating you at all, like a duck, really. Nice and calm on top, but underneath the water, legs kicking like crazy.
Another domestic assault. This time the victim is a man.
You're a public bike. Just keep breathing.
Instructors are carefully watching how the recruits respond.
Will they not? So you're going to do something about it or stand there like the dumb, stupid bitch that you are, hey? Do you want to do something, hey? Or are you too dumb?
You're dealing with some really dark and difficult things sometimes, but people expect you to take control, and these guys will be compassionate in the way they do their job, and they'll bring light to people in dark spaces, I think.
It's pretty full on, but it's something we're going to deal with on a daily basis, so you've got to be ready for it, and you've got to just put yourself out there and have faith in your partner that when you go in and do that, they're stood right next to you.
Things don't always go well.
We just got a phone call about a suspicious vehicle and 2 persons on board.
While Constable Harry Yu talks to the passenger.
What does that mean to you?
It means that anything I say can be used in evidence.
Yep.
It's like law and order or whatever.
And do you have to answer any of my questions?
No.
The driver does a runner.
Please stop.
With the suspects under control, the rookies can search the car. Constable Shane Burke finds a small amount of drugs in the glove box.
Find. Now under arrest on suspicion of possession, okay, of drugs.
But when he returns to give the car a thorough going over, Constable Burke misses a big stash of drugs in the boot.
You searched the boot?
Yes.
You didn't find the drugs?
I didn't find the drugs, no.
On closer inspection, a bag of white powder is found under the spare wheel.
Kicking yourself now?
Yes, I am. But it's all a learning curve. It's how you learn.
Obviously, there's a bit of a lesson learned now, really, in regards to searching a vehicle.
It all comes with time, confidence and experience.
With their suspects under arrest, the investigations are followed through back at a dummy police station.
If the interview room is free, you can utilise that for the time being.
This looks like a fully functioning police station, and for today's purposes, it is. Officers are manning the front desk. At the back, there are interview rooms and suspects being brought in for questioning. Today, at least, it's Perth's busiest police station.
Is he under arrest for suspicion? No, he's under arrest for assault. Okay, so he can be in the lockup.
The whole academy, this has been probably the best and most realistic thing that we've had.
It's what Constable Harry Yu always wanted to do, even though he bravely went against his family's wishes.
My parents didn't really like me joining the job. They did at the start disagree, but they kind of found out, this is what I want to do.
Real life experience in the pressure cooker world of policing.
It was like everything we'd learned all the way through suddenly just fitted together and made sense.
I think I feel like I thrived in it a bit. I really loved it. Kind of set in my mind like, yeah, this is what I want to do.
As they approach graduation, it's time to reveal the recruits who didn't make it.
We normally get 1 or 2 per course that will drop out for a variety of different reasons.
Qualified pilot Robin McIver decided to leave, accepting an offer with the Australian Air Force. Soon after Tasma D'Souza did this weapons training, the mother of 2 realised the police force wasn't for her.
Tasers. Sorry? We'll talk about that. I always knew policing was a high-risk job, but when I was actually put in those situations, I realised that that wasn't for me.
Show me how beautifully you can walk inside. Well done.
From cops to kindy kids, Tasma was lucky enough to get her old job back as a teacher's aide.
Okay, everybody, who's got some Play-Doh they can share with Chloe? It's good to be back in the classroom, and I'm home with my children every night. I don't have to, do shift work or anything like that, which is also a bit of a bonus.
It's one thing to imagine that in your mind and think that you can handle it. It's another thing entirely to go through the training and actually witness and see it and have to do it firsthand.
28 men and women have made it. Tomorrow night, it's graduation day.
Nerves and excitement.
Apart from my daughter being born, it's the proudest moment of my life, really.
The tears, the triumph, the proudest day of their lives. And you'll be surprised who's named top of the class.
I still can't believe that I've actually done it.
All the emotion of graduation day tomorrow night in the conclusion of The Recruits.